All right, Terrell, so can you just tell us when this process started for you and how it unfolded over the last several weeks, I guess?
Yeah, I think it started, right when the season ended. We had our end of season, meetings and stuff, and talked about hopefully getting something done. Didn't really know the timeline, but you know, I knew I wanted to be here and hopefully get a little security and be here for a long time. And they expressed the same thing. So I think they called my agent probably a week and a half ago, and started figuring out the details of what was going to happen. Had some conversations for a couple days, and then it was locked in after that. I'm so thankful that I'm in this organization and I get to stay in this organization. It's not often that you get to be around great people, great teammates, great fans, and a great city. So, I don't take that for granted, and I understand how blessed I am to be here and to be in this position, and I wanted to be here as long as I could.
Terrell, we talked to Sean at the scouting combine about your season, and he indicated that maybe taking on the captaincy was a lot for you at the start. Would you agree with that? And how do you feel like that impacted you, and how did you adjust to that as the year went on?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just a lot of responsibility. I think I was looking outside of myself a lot of the times as to where I could help other guys, and putting people in the right positions and doing things like that. That sometimes you lose yourself a little bit, and I think that's a process that you kind of have to go through. You can't really understand what that's like until you do it. So I'm glad I had that that realization throughout the year. I feel like I got better each and every week, just understanding my role on the team and what I need to do in that area, and then as well as my job and what I have to do to perform the best of my abilities as well. So I think managing that and having that experience now is really, really helpful, and something that I've thought about a lot already this offseason, going into this next year.
How can you build on that?
Yeah, I think the main thing is understanding that I have to slot my time in a way of where I'm dedicating myself to what I have to do, and then I'm dedicating myself to what the guys around me need. And I think that's kind of where my mind went whenever I was trying to figure out how to adjust and how to manage an extra responsibility and that privilege of being a captain. And a lot of work and communication. Will Greenberg's a guy that I've really relied on a lot to help me in that area, and I feel like we've done a lot of work together to improve just the overall ability on and off the field.
How would you describe it? A lot of leaders, a lot of captains were here, left, you come in. What's that like day to day, and how would you describe your leadership style once you kind of turn that corner?
Yeah, I think first it just starts off leading by example. I was a young guy coming in, being named captain in my third season. So I think the main thing is you got to do the right things yourself. You got to put yourself in position to be successful, and set the standard for the guys around you. So when things get tough, when things are hard, you're late in the season, guys are looking at you as somebody to model, and somebody that is trying to do it the right way. And to answer your question, really, with a bunch of the guys leaving that we had last year, I think, like I said, it was an extra responsibility to really be a steady force, and to be myself, but also look outside of myself to really help the guys around me. And I take that with honor, and wear that badge with pride, and it's something that I really tried to focus on this year. And like I said, you don't really know what it's like or how to manage it or how to navigate it until you do it. And I'm thankful that I got that experience.
Terrell, when did you know this was a special organization that you wanted to be part of? You said at the beginning, you knew you wanted to stay here. Was there a moment when you're like, okay, I could see myself playing here for a long time?
I think in the middle of my rookie season, I wasn't playing, on defense really, and the relationships that I've built with the guys here, the coaches, people upstairs, I think that's what helped me understand that this isn't just this isn't just a business. It is a business, but it's more than that. The people care about you. They want to see you succeed. They want you to be, successful on and off the field. And, I felt that even when I wasn't playing. So, I knew it was genuine, and, I knew that, at the end of the day, this is where I wanted to be.
What was it like for you to know that they wanted you to stay long term, to get that back, to you wanted to be here, but they also wanted you to be here for the long term?
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a great feeling. You never know what to expect, in the business, but I think, having those conversations to where, they expressed that they wanted me back and they wanted me to be here and to help out on, the defensive side of the ball, obviously, but, the whole team, it's nothing like it. You put so much work and so much effort and so much energy into it, and to feel, that feeling, it's very rewarding, and it makes you want to double down on what you've done and to really improve, everything that's gotten me to this point.
I know Greg,
for you to see yourself not only get signed, but to also see Khalil and Rousseau sign extensions, and know that you're part of this young core of important players that are going to be here for a while.
Yeah, it was awesome. I called Khalil, right after he got signed. We came in together, the same draft class. Our wives are really good friends. We hang out all the time in the off season, even during the season. We'll do stuff together. So to see him sign his extension was awesome. He's a guy that's from the day he stepped in, he's been consistent and has done things the right way. So to see him, sign his extension was incredible. And then the same thing with Greg. He's a year older than me in the league. He's been here 1 year longer, but he's a dude that has come in and elevated every single year that I've been here. Somebody that does it the right way, that focuses on the day-to-day process, and I think you see that in how he plays, and the energy that he has, and how guys kind of gravitate towards him. So happy for those guys. It's amazing that we're in an organization that wants to keep us around and wants to build with us here. I can't be more thankful.
Your draft class, obviously Greg was a year before you, but Khalil, you, also James and Christian, they have contracts coming up as well. How important and great would it be to keep those guys with this whole group that came in together too? Yeah,
it'd be awesome. I talked to both of those guys. Like you said, our draft class. The guys that you're talking about, it's been fun, getting to work and come in and see those guys, progress in their careers, on and off the field as men and as football players. So to have them back would be amazing. I know they want to be back, and I know we're trying to work through it right now, but I can't say enough good things about them, and excited to see what's about to happen.
And Terrell, you have 6 linebackers now, all under contract. All you guys are locked in. I think Tyreek's the only one who came in late, honestly, at the end of the year. What's it mean for this group to still know you're going to be together? The guys running it back, Joe, Balin, Eddie, Matt, everybody.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a great feeling. Just the relationship that we have together as a unit. I feel like we force each other to grow, and we force each other to get better. Balin's a guy that I really lean on, whether it's talking about stuff off the field, talking about schematics on the field. Obviously my relationship with Matt has been great. He's a guy that I looked up to for a really long time. So, to be able to be, shoulder to shoulder with him and go through it all with him, I'm excited. Like you said, we have our guys coming back, and, we're all having the same mindset and the same focus and the same intentionality of what we want to get done and what we want to accomplish this year. So it's gonna be fun.
Terrell, going back to your rookie year, you talked about it before. You got your first start in New York, and you kind of said that your head was spinning a little bit that game. How crazy is it that it seems like, does that feel like it was just yesterday, to now signing your second contract in the NFL and being a big part of this team? Does it seem crazy that wasn't that long ago, or does it feel like a forever ago?
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't seem like that long ago. It's insane to look back and think about it. It's something I reflected on, a couple of days ago. It was just the journey that it's taken to get here. Like you said, that game I came in and, I just was out there, trying to just run around and make plays. And, some things went well, some things didn't. But, just the journey. Looking back, I think I was inactive for, the Cincinnati game, the playoff game, my last game of my rookie year. And, that, molded in my mind and really, forced me to look at myself and find areas to grow. That's something that I'll hold, in my mind for a long time. And, to think it was just a few years ago now is crazy.
What's going through your mind then after that Cincy game? How did you go the right direction versus the other one?
Yeah, I think I just looked at myself as what can I do to provide value to the team. I think that's a moment where, like you said, you can go one of two ways where you're like, all right, whatever, like I'm not gonna be good enough. I'm not there yet. Or it can, motivate you to take another step. And I feel like that's what I tried to do that offseason. I had an opportunity to come in and play that next year. And, I did everything that I could that offseason to get my mind right, to get my body right, to really just prepare for if I did get a shot. And, looking back now, like I said, 2 years, whatever, 2.5 years ago, it's crazy how fast time flies.
Terrell, Greg was in here the other day, and one of the things he said was that he feels a responsibility to prove to Brandon and Sean, basically to prove them right in regards to, the extension being the right decision. When a player gets a second contract, a lucrative one, there's an expectation, in terms of their performance. So how do you view, whether you consider it pressure or that expectation that comes with getting a second contract?
Yeah, I don't really see it as pressure. To me, I see it as they're, gifting you another opportunity. When they draft you, you want to capitalize off the opportunity, and then, you sign another deal, you want to do the same thing. That's where my mindset went, like we talked about earlier. They wanted me back and I wanted to be back. And, I think I want to reward them with how I play and how I show up every day, how I lead, and really just who I am in the building. I think that's where my mind goes. So I don't really view it as pressure. I view it as another opportunity to go out there and play in front of great fans, with great teammates, with a great staff.
When the news broke, who were some of the first people to reach out to you?
Yeah, so obviously family, talked to them, but from the team, Khalil hit me up, Josh hit me up. I talked to Greg, and then I talked to Matt. So all a bunch of guys. It was an amazing experience. Everybody was happy for me, and was just excited that we got something done, and I was going to be here for a while. It's such a surreal experience and feeling to go through it, and you have an idea of what it would be like and what you would feel like whenever it's done, but you really don't know until it happens. So it was awesome.
You guys play on opposite sides of the ball, but you're the two captains of the team. And then last night, Josh gets the most guaranteed money in NFL history.
Yep.
Why is he worth that? Why does he deserve that?
I think you see it every Sunday, just how he plays and what he does for our team. But also outside of that, I think, the confidence he brings in everybody else. I feel like, truthfully, whenever we have 17 back there, you got a shot. Whatever else is going on, whatever else has happened within the game, when you see Josh, you got a shot. And, he's been a really great quarterback for a long time in this league. And I think last year you saw how great he really is and, what he can really do. So happy for him. He is everything that you want in a franchise quarterback. He's the person, the player, all of it. So, super deserving of that, and honestly, probably more. He's everything to this organization.
Is there anything you like to spend on, travel, clothes, cars, anything you're thinking about right now?
Nothing, man. Nah, not really. I think I'm gonna put it away. I got a little baby girl on the way, so we'll be preparing for that.
Congratulations, buddy.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
A chance to kind of decompress from the season from Kansas City. What do you think kind of went wrong that last game, and what's the key to this team getting over the hump?
Yeah, I think, man, the main thing is we got to make plays down the stretch. There's opportunities for things to change the game, and we just didn't make enough plays. The coaches put us in position. I feel like we did all the work leading up that week to put ourselves in position to win that game, and we just didn't do it. And I think that's what playoff football, what it comes down to. Like you gotta make a play here or there to win it. And on the defensive side of the ball, we didn't do that. And that's something that we'll look at. ways to improve that, ways to do that in those situations in the critical moments of the game, and we'll recalibrate and do it again.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Terrell.
Terrell.
Appreciate it.